Hey guys, it's the Fact Freak. This is a bit of a bizarre one. So, Chris Emery, who was convicted of offences towards women. Let's have a quick look over here. So we had to Google Chris Emery crime. It's this easy. There he goes. There he is here. So, Christopher Emery tried to carry out his threat to ruin the life of his former partner by resurrecting old naked pictures and video of her and sending them to her employers. A court heard the woman was left shocked and distressed when the school asked her to get in touch urgently and told them what he'd done. I mean, there's multiple articles, but obviously there he is there at court. Anyways, you guys know I've done a deep dive on Chris Emery because he's present on TikTok. And obviously this is his TikTok account. Now, I've done a few videos recently because Chris Emery was making, he's chucked the last relationship since the deep dive, and he's now appealing for new people to date him because he uses TikTok as like some sort of Tinder profile. It's quite worrying, really. But anyway, he's done a video about me, I've been told. So let's have a little watch and react to it.
Oh, it's nice to know that the Fact Freak's still using money to get his minute of fame.
Why do all these people who have issue with being outed for the crimes that they've committed think that I'm using them to be famous? Chris, this is I don't know. Fact Freak account number 15 or something, I don't know. I'm not trying to build accounts on here. But when people see me, they know that I'm outing somebody who's a wrong one. And today it's you, I suppose. Right, okay. Yeah, I've made recent videos because I was concerned that he was reaching out to other females on TikTok based on his past. Right.
As a man who probably hasn't had many girlfriends in his life, I guess he doesn't understand that, when you've had a few, you can spot signs.
For a man who hasn't had lots of girlfriends, I assume he's talking about me. I don't think it's a brag to say that you've had loads of failed relationships, Chris. I don't know. I decided to focus on my children over the last few years, being a single full-time dad, but whatever, I don't have to justify myself to you. There's in no way a badge of honour to say that you've had loads of failed relationships.
Signs. And my most recent 1 month relationship ended because I asked the partner if someone else was texting them, which they'd already told me someone else was. I tried to have a conversation about it and was told, go away.
I was told, go away. I'm clearly messaging somebody who's a lot nicer than you. It didn't have anything to do with your last partner's family not wanting you to be in their house after the deep dive, was it? I mean, that's what was fed back to me. Now, I don't know, it always seems to be the other person's fault, doesn't it, Chris? And the relationships end, it's always it's always their fault. That's a big red flag, maybe once or twice or something, but Christ almighty. Anyway.
So, if I'm not allowed to spot a sign and speak to them about it, which most decent people would have a conversation,
then you should have no problem with me pointing out the red flags and signs about you in a relationship and warning people in advance.
I'll take feedback, James. I'll fucking jump ship, mate. But
what?
When are you going to stop using my name for clubs? Seriously? If you're that bad.
I made 2 videos, I think, warning women against you because you're on the prowl again. I'll stop making videos about you when you fuck off the app or you stop prowling TikTok and other forms of social media to get in relationships with people who you basically leave a trail behind you of ruined relationships where it was all their fault.
What about me? Get me on a live. I'll speak to you face to face. I will honestly answer any questions you want. You want to talk about Kirsty?
Who's using who for clout now? You want me on a live, do you? You want to publicise it a little bit? I don't have anything to say to you apart from what I'm saying here. and what I've already said to you. I'm sorry you get so upset, but I couldn't give a shit.
You've been trying to message to get on your live and won't talk.
No, I haven't, Chris. Come on. Receipts? If any of Chris's ex-partners would like to speak to me, my Instagram inbox is open, The Fact Freak. People contact me, like several people from where you used to live in Washington. I can't believe that you were banned from a tanning shop in Concord in Washington because you tried shooting explicit stuff in there for your OnlyFans. Oh, good God. Yeah, a lot of people reach me, Chris. A lot of people share information. And I know that you're drastically trying to rein people in. But it's very public knowledge on TikTok how you made that girl who you're talking about, how you made her life fucking miserable on the app, making multiple accounts, going in, giving them shit, exactly like you did to me when the deep dive dropped. It was just a pattern of abuse and stalking, which I've seen in other stalking cases that I've covered and other stalkers that I've exposed. You're nothing special.
Oh dear. Which says a lot, really, doesn't it? Then ask me. I'm an honest guy. Sick of telling you that.
You're not an honest guy or a liar.
If you got anything you want to know about me, get me on live and ask me.
I know
everybody's been in your live telling you I'm a
right, okay, well,
an open and honest guy.
No, they haven't. And about 2 or 3 of your supporters that came in the live and said that. I don't understand. You are a victim shamer, Chris. You played down your crime. You pleaded guilty to these crimes, remember, which you were sentenced of. But you played down the crimes. You don't know the history. It was her fault. She drove me to it. All this sort of shit. You're a vile human being. You're not an honest and trustworthy person. You're a sex offender.
Why not come and interview me once and for all? If your fucking fans are that interested in my life, come and give them the interview that they all want. Speak to me direct.
I don't know if you like. I think you think you're like priority number 1 or something, Chris. You're not.
Ask me any questions you want, and I'll answer them.
Why do you victim shame, Chris? Are you going to apologise to your victim for what you did, or are you going to change the story again?
What more can you say? And if you're not going to do that, stop using my name for clout. I actually like some of your content. I'm not going to lie.
This is the desperate plead. Like, I like you really, so could you leave me alone? And like, I haven't heard this shit millions of times.
Out in the nonsense and that, yes, totally agree with doing that. You're doing a good job on that.
You're a sex offender, Chris. I out them as well.
But like, really, the rest of it's shit. Use
Thank you. some nice feedback there.
People's name for clout. You know, Chelsea Lear, you've got nothing on her.
Like, 1 second, 1 fucking second. What videos have I done about Chelsea Lear? I didn't realise she was a paedophile. I've done videos on Chelsea, like reactions and stuff like that, but like, it's like a fucking reaction video or something, Chris. What are you talking about?
BuzzTex, you've got nothing on them.
BuzzTex, yeah, I do. BuzzTex supports Sonny Sweetman, a convicted sex offender. I mean, literally, the evidence is everywhere. You're so far behind, Chris. But then again, you see, you're desperate to get in with people on the weekly rankings, like Gracie, like BuzzTex, like probably Chelsea Lar. I think you'd try and get on with any one of them as you could, as long as it benefited you. So, I don't know, Buzz, Chris will get down on his knees for you by the sounds of it.
Me? You've got nothing on me?
You're not in their league. You're not in their league when it comes to like being known on the app, mate. You're not, thank fuck.
All the begs, there's no need to go after these people.
It's because you're one of them, and you want to be one of them, and you want to be in with them.
You do what you do with the nonsense, you're doing some good stuff there, I get that.
So, Chris is okay with me outing nonsense, but not sex offenders. It's weird that Chris is a sex offender. I wonder what makes Chris come to that conclusion.
but don't be fucking, you know, talking about people's lives that you really don't know about.
I've talked about how you were done for your crimes, and it's public knowledge. Everything I've talked about is public knowledge.
Personal disasters, wishing my daughter doesn't see me when you actually don't know the truth.
Okay, right. Right, let's go back to... So, Chris says, obviously, that I'm not happy, that I wish that his daughter would never see him. Now, Chris doesn't see his daughter, and it's because his daughter chose she didn't want to see him. And, I mean, we'll see why. If I get down here we go. Right. The bloody adverts. Last November, he attended outside a place where his daughter had been at class and threatened horrible and pleasant things about the woman. While parked up in the car, she was on the phone to her father, who tried to speak to Emery to get him to calm down while the child was crying and screaming hysterically. Could you imagine the daughter going through that? It's so shocking, Chris, that she wants fuck all to do with you. When given the woman's phone to speak to her dad, he smashed it into the gravel, breaking the screen and smashing it beyond use. And that was said at court, you know, when you were there admitting and pleading guilty. So yeah, I am glad your daughter doesn't see you, because you're a violent man and you're horrible towards women, so thank fuck. And I've spoken to, I mean, I don't know whether they're still together, but I've spoken to, you know, I've spoken to the stepdad figure that's in her life, and I'm fucking glad that there's a better man in her life now. Deal with it, Chris. You're a fucking scumbag.
And, you know, what went on. And I'm giving you the opportunity if you want to talk about it.
Why would I want to talk to a liar?
Yeah, within reason. Because I do have a...
Within reason. Shit himself already? Come on, I'll speak to you. Oh, but I'm not sure.
See limitations on what I can talk about.
Limitations to what you can talk about. That basically means there's things I don't want to say because I'll be guilty.
Then get me live, get somebody else to ring me with a list of questions, and I'll answer your question.
Get live, get somebody to ring me with a list of questions. Why the fuck would I be doing that? Just so you can get more people in, so you can get up the beg list or whatever. If I was ever going to do it, I'm not. Why wouldn't I just be asking the questions?
Questions, honestly, for you. But stop fucking using my name for clout.
Stop chasing women on the internet, Chris, and on TikTok, and I'll stop using your name for clout, as you say, or reminding everybody of your past crimes and the way you treat women. Yeah, well, there we go. Random one, just a live reaction, guys. As you see, no thrills here, just going through it, just you and I, guys. What do you think of Chris Emery? Let me know in the comments below. I think he's desperate to get a live, desperate, hoping that he'll get some clout off me. Oh, Chris. Try typing in hashtag the Fact Free Case Files on TikTok. Just have a look at the views on that before you call me a clout chaser. Right, okay guys, have a great one. Chris Emery, you're an absolute wrong-un. Women, stay away from this man. Peace.